Hey YouTube, let's take a look at what we got here today. So decided to buy a refrigerator, 12 volt refrigerator, because of we do a lot of fall camping, sometimes springtime camping, and we're a lot of quite a few miles from the nearest store to haul ice back and forth. And although we usually kept our cooler in the back of the truck, it didn't always get it. We had a good cooler too. Uh, Life, what was it? Life something, which I recently sold for what I paid for it, because evidently there's some kind of shortage of coolers going on right now. So, right now I have it set up as strictly as a refrigerator, but this is a dual zone. It will do either freezer and refrigerator, or just one or the other. So you could have it set up as a freezer or a refrigerator, or however you want it to. This, what's powering it right now, is a is 298 watt hours. It was one of the ones that they had on sale. I should turn you a little bit. They had on sale on Amazon. It was I think $140 is what my wife paid for it. It will run this for about 36 hours continuously without any solar input into the power station, and that's 298 watt hours. So it's fairly robust for. And then so it ran it for 36 hours almost exactly with this small one, which, like I said, is 298 watt hours. Or with this big one, this pecron, it will run it for 60 hours. This is 500. It's actually 614 watts with 561 watts of it being usable. And that's the deal with power station, if you didn't know, is they might be rated for 614 watts, but in all actuality, you never get what the rated capacity is. It is somewhere in the 80 to 90, not in this case 91% range. So I did test this outside in the summer, and it ran it for 60 hours. No solar hooked to it or anything. I have a 120 watt panel that I can plug into this upper one here, and I, even with a 120 watt bottle, the most I ever see is like 70-80 watts going into it, and at that would take 5 hours to charge it. So in a day you could literally probably recharge it even while it's running the refrigerator, freezer. I have it set for, we used it for a week. I had it set for 35 degrees, and the warmest I ever seen was 39, and the coldest was 32. So it cools down to 32 degrees, shuts off for a while, shuts off for that 8 degrees, and then it comes on, cools back down to 32 degrees. So it cycles on and off quite a bit. It's right now it's drawing I'm waiting. It doesn't actually stabilize. Somewhere between 60 and 38 watts right now but it's also at 67 degrees, and it was at 75 when we started. So it takes a lot of juice to cool it down, but once it gets there, it averages 9 watts an hour is what I've seen, is the average. Over a 60-hour period, I got 9 watts an hour. a little more, a little less, but I know there's bird noise and everything, but you can barely hear this running. And I've seen reviews of the vevor cooler saying that it was noisy. I don't agree. It's not noisy. There is a compressor noise that you can hear, kind of like a rattle in there, but it also has a fan that runs quite a bit too. It runs whenever the compressor is on. Right now it's hooked to 12 volt. In most cases you're going to run it is this, but the reason we have the power bank isn't necessarily to run this exclusively. We love our coffee. So out camping, the biggest thing is making coffee in a camp pot. And Karen hates the fact that you're always going to get a few grounds in it no matter what you use, whether you filter it or not. So we decided we were going to buy a small Keurig. That rattling noise that you might just have heard is, I'm going to show you what it looks like in the inside here in a minute, but there's some cages in there that we typically don't leave in there, but I didn't really want to take them out for the review. Now, right now it's set for single zone, and I didn't read the manual recently, so I don't remember exactly how to take it back to dual zone, which I don't really want to do anyway. So like I said, this will run it for 60. This is about 36 hours. This has wireless charging. This is the best deal out there if you're looking for a portable power station. It's 1200 watts with a 2000 watt surge. This will run a coffee pot. It uses about 7% per brew cycle. At least that's what it said. Whether or not it actually, so you should on the heat up in the brewing cycle, it took 7% on this, and that means you should be able to make roughly 10 pots, 12 pots on a single charge. So that's one of the reasons we got it. And then we got a small single serve coffee pot that uses about 900 watts to brew coffee. And I have plugged this into our Keurig mini brewer, and it will brew that. So if you have a Keurig, you want to take it camping, you're not going to have power, here's an option for it. This is on sale right now. I'm not making any money on any of this. This is all stuff I purchased myself. I paid $287 for this, but I also had a coupon. So this is on sale right now on Amazon for $2.99, I think it is. And I dare you to find a better deal. 614 watt hours, 3 plugs, 1200 watt inverter. This is lithium iron phosphate batteries. Those are the ones that you'd find in like our electric bicycles. These are just little round tubes. This is great big round tubes. They're I think 30 something 60s. Anyway, it has wireless charging on the top. It comes with a fast charger that will charge it from start to finish in about 2.5 hours. It has 400 watts of solar input. This is a 100 watt input. This is the same charge port that you would use to if you were going to charge it from your vehicle. Now, charging it from your vehicle is going to take a long time, 8-10 hours. But you can series a bunch of full solar panels as long as you don't exceed 95 watts or 400 watt. You could literally go buy a 320 watt panel and have enough input to charge this battery in an hour and a half. So it's a great deal. If you've been looking for one, you also have 100 watt USB. You can power a USB computer off this. I can power my wife's full-size laptop, 16-inch laptop, and not a Chromebook. It's a full PC, a fast one too at that, on this power station. No problem. Run it all day long. But so let's take a look inside. Great deal, Precon. You can go on their website or you can go on Amazon and find it. So let me pick you up here. So inside, we have a light right here that lights both sides. You have removable baskets, and you have a drain down in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that down there. There's a drain all the way in the bottom. I did some research, and this is made by the same company that makes Apcool something. So it's made by a company that makes most of the Chinese, even the expensive Chinese coolers. So it didn't make a lot of sense to spend a whole lot of money on it. It has a USB charging point on the top of it too, if you need USB power to charge something. Since we've been talking, it went from 75 to 45 degrees in there, and it's so it's 10 degrees from its target. So in a few minutes it'll be at its target. So here's the box that comes with the Precon. It has a few adapters on it to charge with. Here's the charging brick. Yes, it's big, but it is fast charging too. It'll charge it at 275 watts. So quite a big. And then you have your 12-volt power adapter, and then it comes with a adapter for solar power. Or wait a minute, this is the 12-volt adapter. This is the 12-volt adapter for the small one. So I just keep them all in here at the same time. And then the small one, the Engine Star, actually comes with a charging brick too, but it's quite part of the reason we decided to get the Precon was because the Engine Star, the maximum input for charging is 60 watts. And then at 60 watts, it takes 5 hours with the power brick to charge it to full. So, and it hasn't come off the full mark yet on the power station. It has wheels. The cooler has wheels on it. Has a long handle to pull it along. You got mosquitoes out here, and it works as advertised. I had no problems with it. Was never loud. Fits in the back of the truck when I fold the seat up, so we can take it. Like if we do when we travel across the United States, it makes a great refrigerator to leave it in the truck. With it only drawing an average of 9 watts an hour when it's fully cooled, there's no chance that you're gonna kill your battery overnight. I don't think you'd kill your battery. In my Ram truck, it would probably take almost 2 full days to kill the battery. And you have a setting for how you set how low you'll let the battery go. So for a 12-volt lead acid battery, you wouldn't want to go below 10.9 volts and still be able to start your truck. And it right now is showing the display. Let me show you the display. Has the voltage on it right now. It's probably going to flash. Right now it's saying it's 12.2 volts going to the refrigerator, and it's 39 degrees. So it's cooled down another 6 degrees since we started the video, since I said what the temperature was earlier. So if you're looking for a good refrigerator for camping, traveling, or maybe emergency use at home, this would be a great choice. And like I said, the precron, it does what it's advertised. It'll run this for 60 hours without me hooking a solar panel to it. With this solar panel, basically indefinite, because even when the solar panel's laying flat on the ground, it puts out about 60 watts. And this refrigerator, once it cools down, will never draw 60 watts. So you have surplus going into your power station and keeping the battery charged or charging it up. You get about 5 to 6 hours of good solar time where you're in your prime solar, and then after that you're still getting some. Even twilight, you're still getting 5 or 6 watts until it goes completely dark, and then you don't get any. But that's our refrigeration for camping. I'm hoping we get out for a bike ride so I can do a bike ride video tonight, but we'll see. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff, just put it in the comments. I'll answer it to my best of ability. Have a great day.